Greetings, citizens. My name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with Board Game Geek, and I'm also here with Gavin Brown and Paul Saxberg.
Hi there.
From Roxley.
Yes.
And we had you on here earlier talking about Birmingham, and you're back again to talk to us about Lancashire, Brass Lancashire, right?
Yes.
And this is, because you have two different versions, this is the one that is closest to the original release of the game, is that correct?
So this is, we've actually kept all of the, you can actually play literally with the exact rules of the original.
Okay.
The original edition, designed in 2007 by Martin Wallace. We've also added, like the default rules are, we've streamlined a few things. So a lot of expert brass players,
right?
They would not play 3-player because there was some random, there was too much randomness in the cards that you pull out and variability.
Right.
So we've compressed and made the deck static that you play with in 3-player, and we've also included our own 2-player rules as well as the BGG community variant of the 2-player rules.
I played the 2-player game of this last night with my good friend Joel Eddy from Drive Thru Games, and he'd played the original Brass a lot of times and was a little skeptical about how it worked at 2-player. And he walked away very convinced that it worked quite well, especially after he beat me.
which side did you play on? This one?
We
or the
played
other,
on
the other side.
I don't recall now.
Okay.
Because these are two different maps. That's something else. Right?
Correct.
There's two separate maps on the board.
Yeah, so
we played with this one.
Okay, yeah. This is the so you played the Roxley
yes.
2-player rule.
Yes, this was the side. Yeah.
Awesome.
And it was a knife fight the whole way. It really was. It was. Brass is a new game to me. Yeah. And so I was new to it, and it was burning my brain in all the right ways. We really had a great time playing.
Yeah.
And it was snappy to a 2-player
so
as well.
Brass is a game that you can play. The first game is very difficult.
Yes.
To grasp. By the second or third game you got it, and by the 10th and 20th game there's no better game in my opinion.
Right.
It's very, very good.
And we should probably mention for people who are maybe just watching this video and not seeing the Birmingham. We don't have everything set up here. We just have the board here.
Yes.
Just sort of talk about the difference. And the game does play differently than the Birmingham version, right? There are some different rules and things that are related
so
to it, right?
the game is played over 2 halves. Each turn, there's a variable turn order mechanism where the player who spends the least money in a round goes first the next round.
It gives some really interesting strategy around getting a back-to-back turn.
Totally,
which is really helpful.
With two actions per turn, you can actually perform 4 actions in a row.
Yeah.
And there's this big overarching push your luck mechanic where you want to build as we're cotton merchants in the Lancashire area of England during the Industrial Revolution. So we're building industries around the map, and we're selling them to our own or our opponent's ports.
Right.
And so this overarching push your luck mechanism is very, very interesting.
And it's all card driven. You have a deck. You have a hand of cards.
Yep.
That is going to dictate the actions that you can play.
Yes,
where you're going to build things, where you're going to put rail or canals and that sort of thing too, right?
Absolutely. So you can the actions you can take are you can build. So you can build an industry tile into one of these spaces that matches whatever
the industry type.
Yeah.
Whatever,
So
right?
there's cotton, coal, iron, ports, and shipyards. They all have different attributes, and they all flip over in different ways.
Yeah, you're trying to sort of satisfy the conditions of the tile so you can flip, and that's when it's worth points for scoring,
Exactly.
right? And also increases your income during the game, right?
Exactly.
And money, as Martin Wallace likes to do, pretty tight in the game.
It's very tight.
There's loans you can take, of course.
Yep. So you can actually go into negative income.
Yes.
Every time you take a loan, you can take a loan for $10, $20, or $30. You move your income marker down 3 spaces if you take a $30 loan,
right.
22 if you take a $20 loan.
And it's probably worth noting, to people who are fans of the original game, obviously this has received a very extensive facelift in terms of the graphic components and everything. A good friend of mine, Ian O'Toole, another well-known graphic designer, he looked at this stuff and he said, this is to the nines amazing. He talked about all the historical references that are buried in these maps and the attention to detail. Was
yeah.
Really,
so I mean, even these things in the corners here.
Yes.
These are designs that we actually found in a train station in London.
Yeah.
And that train station was constructed during the Industrial Revolution. So all of the visual design, these Victorian things are all historically
it's in service
accurate.
of the history and the theme of the game, right?
Exactly.
Which is really great. Now, this game comes in 2 packages as well, right? It has a sort of a regular version and a deluxe edition.
Yes.
Right?
So the retail edition is going to come out later this month. and it's so late August.
Yeah.
And then it does not come with the iron clays that come in the
These
deluxe.
are like nice quality like poker chips, right?
Yeah.
For the money in the game.
Yeah, so you get 78 iron clays.
Yes.
And the retail version basically comes with everything else is the same.
Right, and
except
good
for
quality
the money.
tokens, right,
Yes,
for it
yeah,
as well.
so-
Well, listen, thank you so much. Again, this is going to be available.
This is going to be available August 20th, 21st, or something like that. Yeah.
Excellent.
And the deluxe edition, if you're the kind of person that needs to have the special stuff, we're going to be selling it directly on Roxley.com.
Well, thank you so much, Roxley. We appreciate you coming
Thanks
on
for
and showing
having
us
us.
the game. Absolutely a pleasure. And thanks all of you for watching.